Giacomo IPA. Well, like I said, one of the best IPAs I've ever had because it's not your typical IPA. It's got the caramel and the bitterness is it's on its own. I mean, there's nothing like it.
That we've had so far.
Yeah, and I gave it an 9. You gave it an 8. Yeah, you gave it an 8. I gave it a 9.
I never knew there were so many beers until we started this stuff, man.
Yep. You ever buying regular Budweiser again to actually enjoy? Maybe.
Maybe a 6 point.
Yeah.
Not the 3.2.
Yeah, it tastes a lot better.
6 point. It's a whole different story, which most states won't understand what I'm saying because they didn't have to deal with 3.2. Mm-hmm. It tastes like lake water.
All right. Another one he has not had, which I recently reviewed within the past.
What is that? Full Sharp?
Full Sail. I've recently reviewed this within the past, I'd say, week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh, so it's fresh.
Yeah. Full Sail Bohemian Pilsner. But don't let the name fool you. I'm not going to word it for him. It does not taste like a Pilsner. It tastes like something different. And it's funny because I've had this 50 cal bottle opener in my pocket like the past 3 days at work, and I've completely forgot to take it out. Does that smell like a Pilsner to you?
Definitely has some carbon.
It looks like a Pilsner, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's clear enough to be one. It smells a little sweet.
Does it smell like a typical Pilsner? It smells more like an IPA.
Yeah, it's got more smell than an original Pilsner.
Good carbonation. It's a little murky, but for the most part, it's typical yellow from a Pilsner.
I'm excited to taste it.
All right.
That's smooth. Not a lot of flavor, but there's enough of flavor for it to taste good.
5.6%.
Really?
But it says it's a lager. Another one of the beers that says Pilsner and then lager.
And lager right by the name.
Yeah, which I pointed that out in the original video.
I don't get that. A lot of beers cross ways with it. Like it'll say ale or something, but it'll also say lager. And usually if it's cross-referenced with something, it has to do with lager.
I think it's because of legality reasons. Like some states, Pilsner has to be a certain percentage or some shit, and lager has to be a certain percentage.
And if they
I might be
cross
wrong.
it might,
Yeah, I might be wrong.
Skip through a little loophole.
Mm-hmm. This reminds me of the old Foghorn I had.
I haven't had that.
It reminds me of that.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? It's got a little more flavor than it, but kind of the smoothness reminds me of Game Day.
Yep.
Remember that Game Day? That cheap
98-cent 24-ounce can. We ranked that #1 for the day of cheap beers.
Because for the price and the smoothness, I mean, you can sit there and pound that all day. It don't taste bad or nothing, and it's smooth.
You could take that can of beer and hide the label, and you could serve that for probably $3 a can.
Oh,
easily.
yeah. 24 ounce? Yeah.
Easily. I mean, it was good for.
Or just buy a bunch of that and have a party, and nobody brings in alcohol. They just pay a cover when they come in. $5 a person.
If you can get the Game Day in a keg, nobody's gonna bitch about the flavor.
Because it's smooth.
Yeah.
And it ain't got a lot of flavor, but it has a little, and what it does isn't bad. So, and here we are going off the review. So
that's what I was thinking.
But this is good.
Yeah,
I do like it. It's a lighter, smoother beer, but it does have good flavor.
This is I would rank this in the bullshit beers. Something you can just stand around, no problem drinking it. It's not going to overpower you.
You can sit there on one after another.
If you do have time for the aftertaste, it's good.
What'd you rate this under?
I'd say lager.
Lager. I'm going to go with the lager. Well, I'm going to go 8.
Typical, yeah. I think that's what I gave it, was an 8.
Do you have it wrote down?
No. which I review it and put it right there what I originally gave it, and I do give it an 8 because it's got the good maltiness towards the the aftertaste. No bitter, a little dry. It seems like it tastes like the alcohol is a little higher, but it's like 5.6, I believe, is what it was. Let me see real quick. It's 5.6. But it's a good all-around bullshit beer. It's a good sit around and eat food beer. The sweetness, I think this would be good with some chicken parmesan. Or,
I was about to say some kind of pasta.
Yeah. Definitely chicken. I wouldn't do this with beef. Shrimp would be debatable.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, God, Lord. There you go. There you
Fettuccine
go.
Alfredo, some chicken.
Catfish.
Yeah. It reminds me, we ain't been up there in forever.
I know.
All you can eat catfish.
Next weekend, you busy?
Honestly.
Maybe if you're moving.
Well, we're moving. That could be the lunch break.
There you go.
Or if I don't get required again.
Which, if he's moving, I'll be sure to pick up a 6-pack of this, and we'll bring some fish home and eat that and drink this. Because the sweetness of this mixed with some tartar sauce and some fish.
Or put it in a little flask while we're in there.
I'm starting to get tears thinking about it. Hold me water in the beer. There you go. Solid 8. Easy solid 8.
Yeah.
If you rank it as a Pilsner or a lager, it's going to get the same review, either or.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go to a little gift, which was unexpected.
Yeah, I thought it was all gone, but sure enough, only 2 were left. What's the chances, dude? The perfect amount. 2 were left.
Mm-hmm.
We can sit there and have 1 each.
There you go. Alright. Next one. Which might also be the last one you see at this residence.
Hopefully.